Hey, this is Bryan Donihue, your one-legged GM, and this is Season 2, Episode 1 of The Misadventures of the Restore Corps, The Rise of the Ruby Queen. Well, we're kind of hoping we actually get to the rise of the Ruby Queen at some point this season. I mean, after all, this is the Restore Corps, and you've seen them in action. So, yeah, we're kind of hoping we get there. I mean, anyways, but all of that aside, make sure you smash that like button, comment down below what you'd like to actually see this season amongst our intrepid heroes. And without any further ado, on with the show. So we are back from, well, interesting events. You have, Imp has this beautiful, lovely, what looks like emerald sheet of stuff that was on the altar there. You have made your way back out of the catacombs, guiding, pushing along, moving a Vlad who's very much in a stupor and a whole lot paler than they used to be, and whose eyes are still black and have never gone back to normal human eyes. Still has fangs, still has claws. So you have successfully moved out of the catacombs, back through the sanctuary of the church, and out into the van where Fred is patiently waiting and munching down, just finishing up another taco as you start climbing in the van. He turns around and goes, well,
get us back to base.
Get us back. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing we all look very bedraggled and soaked, and
you do look very bedraggled.
Rough.
Is a fantastic word for that. Wet.
Miserable.
Kind of smells like wet.
Wet squatch. Wet
smells
squatch.
like wet squatch in the van. Yeah. Very disheveled is a good.
Maybe reek a little bit of death.
There is a little bit of that death smell, the dust and mold and mildew, and yeah. So he kind of turns around and swallows the last of his taco and fires up the van. It's going to take you about 10 minutes to get back. In the meantime, Vlad, you are starting to become cognizant that you are back in the van. You are seeing things through the unique vision that you know of as a vampire. But you feel really, really different. First of all, you're really hungry. And the rest of your party is very bedraggled. So, are you guys doing anything on the way back to Sanctuary?
I'm calling ahead.
Okay. Who are you calling and what are you saying?
That's a good question. Can I make either like an intellect or a judgment call to know who I kind of feel like I'm gonna need to talk to Ghost, but
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and give me a judgment roll.
Oh, good. We'll see. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no.
At least I rolled 2 low rolls in a row instead of a low and a high. That's a 21.
21 total?
Yep.
Yeah, you're pretty sure after
I'm in shock.
with Vlad, you think you're going to you probably should call Ghost at this point. Yeah, you may not have his direct number. You probably can call the switchboard and kind of get put through to Ghost, who's definitely in his off hours right now, but is used to taking late calls from active teams.
But
before I make this phone call, I doubt that I know like a lot about vampires, so I don't necessarily know he is in his next stage. I would just say like he hasn't reverted. I think he died, but he is like does that sound accurate?
Yeah. You have no idea that he actually is.
What he is.
Yeah, you have no idea that he is any different other than shell shocked at this point. So are you going to? So you call. You are able to let the person at the switchboard know that it is kind of an emergency, and that you really need to chat with Ghost. And
would a med team also be a valid call? Just because we're traumatized.
What? Nothing.
Wait, we have those employed?
So
this is a government agency. Why they don't have money for that? Also, here, Vlad, here's a bag.
Yeah.
Thanks,
okay.
Tim.
So you get through to Ghost, and he says, "Yes, Sapling. Do you have news?"
Well, it was definitely a rougher mission than we were expecting. We did have some combat. Something is off with Vlad. He got hurt really badly, and he has not reverted back to his more human-looking visage. He still has his claws. He still has his fangs. His eyes are still black. I mean, we're in the van on the way back, and he was really out of it. Like, we had to help him back to the van, and he's only really just starting to kind of rouse.
Okay. Did he lose consciousness at all?
Out of character, I don't remember. It's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah, I did.
And
out of character,
yeah,
all of you know that he actually did lose
sorry.
consciousness. Yes,
when he was digging the bullets out of himself with a silver knife.
Basically,
not bullets, a slab of marble.
Slab of marble. That's right. And it was like some sort of like. Yeah, it was like that enchanted dagger, right? That holy dagger.
with the enchanted
silver line
daggers,
enchanted dagger.
Okay.
So
holy marble with an enchanted dagger.
Sapling. So I mean, out of character, yes. Sapling would have realized that he pretty much the consensus was he died and then arose. So, all right. So, again, Ghost asks. So did he lose consciousness at all?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I thought he died.
And he has not changed back at all?
No.
Okay.
I have footage.
Okay.
That's true. 42 has has a bunch of footage if you want to view it. I think it should be uploading. You guys now.
Have them upload it as you get here. Yeah. Tell Fred it's Protocol 2 when you arrive at Sanctuary.
Okay. I'll let him know.
Okay. And then I will meet you at the motor pool. I will meet your team.
Okay. Is there anything I need to know?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right. As I I won't hang up on him. He's the boss. I'll let him hang up.
No, he says, "I'll see you there," and hangs up.
Here you go, Vlad. This is your favorite. It's always a good pick you up. It's good. It's always a good pick me up for you. It's in B positive.
Come on, you know my favorite's O negative.
Yeah, well, yeah, you universally love that, but this one's always been a good pick me up for you.
On the B positive blood bag, which I assume is
this makes bag number 5. Then thanks, him.
It's a medical blood bag. It just says Verberg, space S on it.
I want there to be a smiley face on it because it's B positive. Anyway,
I feel like
42, hey, sorry, 42. If you haven't uploaded that yet, your footage and all that, can you get that going?
Already on it.
Okay, I figured. Thank you. Hey, Fred, I guess Protocol 2 when we get back. Go, Seb.
Okay. All right.
His tentacles tighten around the wheel.
We hear some weird sound. So he makes whenever nervous. We don't know what it is. It's not human sound.
He says, okay. And you notice the van speeds up just a little bit faster.
I thought Ghost was going to say, tell him to drive like Boomer, but then I thought we'd die. So
nobody drives like Boomer.
Let's not risk Fred trying.
No, yeah. We don't want to die.
All right. So, Vlad, as you drink the blood, you can go ahead and make a roll to regain life pool.
And that's based off of what again?
It's a health roll. D20 plus health plus
HEA.
Yep. Plus 30.
I'd like to pull out a smiley sticker and put it on the bag just for Sapling.
Okay.
That's for Jessie.
Okay. I regained 49.
What'd you roll total?
I got a 6 on the die. I got 13 to my HEA, so that's 19. And you said it's plus 30.
30, so 49.
So that's a 49 total.
Not a straight thing, right?
Here's my GM screen. You didn't regain 49 points. That
would be ridiculous. It gets it's a roll against.
Yep. You gain 10 life pool back.
Cool. So do I do that for every bag that I drink?
You will roll for every bag that you drink, yes.
Cool.
So
I believe
that's all on
handing me that bag. I believe I said that was bag number 5.
Okay, so give me 4 more rolls.
No.
Oh, that was the B negative I handed you, wasn't it? My bad.
Did you do what I did?
Okay, so 3 of them were good. The 4th one I explode down on. Here. 43 on the first one.
Okay, additional 10.
Wait, no, that's 53. My bad. I did the math wrong.
Okay, then that'd be plus 15 instead of plus 10.
46
plus 10.
54.
Plus 15.
$33.
Plus 6.
Cool.
All right. So you should have a
That got
lot
me
of your
almost
life
back to
pulled
full.
Yeah. All right.
Does he
All right,
look
buddy.
any better? Like to see is his appearance improve? I can't talk. At all.
He's
Does he look more hale?
more energetic. Sorry about that. He's more energetic, but still is monstrous in appearance. So,
Somebody else a little twitchy.
let's see
I'm
here.
always
So,
twitchy on the vamp.
are you doing anything else?
Oh, not that.
Are you doing anything else as you get back to before you get back to base? Yes.
How big is my special tree?
It's pretty sizable and is annoying 42 right now because the leaves are like right here, you know.
By design.
Yeah.
Just like
So-
my childhood, the trees in my way.
Are the trees
Yeah.
far enough away from me that they're not coming in contact with me?
Gruff has been in the front seat rolling a joint
Okay.
the entire time.
All right.
Imp is like, use the good stuff.
So you get back to Sanctuary as you pull into the motor pool. You pull into a secured port where the other teams, because they actually do take prisoners and actually are active normally, where the other teams actually do a prisoner drop off. So it's secured. And as you pull in, the giant doors shut behind you in the bay. And Ghost is there, and there are 12 other agents there with rifles.
Hi, Ghost.
I open the door. I look out.
I recognize this protocol like immediately.
So actually give me a roll for the was it the operations, I think is what you have.
It's OTA
Section OTA
28
operations or something like that.
Paperwork, but I thought there was another one. OTA procedure.
Yeah. Give me a roll for the OTA procedures.
Oh, for a second I thought I rolled another one. It's a 7.
You
That would've been
slam the
bad.
door.
3 1s on just the beginning of the season. Oh gosh.
64.
64. Okay. Yeah, about the time you roll in, you remember what Protocol 2 is.
Oh, I knew, huh?
It's you remember reading about it somewhere as it is a protocol where there may be either a fake agent. It's when a special agent is potentially not under control and potentially has to be put down quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So or it's also used for transporting very, very dangerous prisoners. So
Is there behavior that team members are supposed to do? Like, I know, like, if there's like a SWAT situation, you're supposed to get down, and
you don't remember that because
Okay.
you figured you'd never see
I would never
Protocol
need it.
2 ever.
Would
So
never need it.
you're like, oh no, that's active team. That's not my problem.
cleaning team. I'll never need that.
As they roll up into this bay with armed men
It's like,
Uh-huh.
standing outside, Gruff just real like
Imp's looking out the door going, can I at least get out of the way first?
So as you open the door, Ghost says, all right, everybody out of the van except for Vlad. Vlad, you are last.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to sit back down.
Gruff just puts his hands up and walks out.
I grab as much of my computer stuff as I can.
Sure. Sure.
Imp open the door, so I'm. Go ahead, Imp.
Sapling
I
pulls
just
this giant tree out with her.
Imp's just walking out in that whole bedraggled, but moving a lot faster than he was before, like he could before, like too fast almost, as far as probably most of them are concerned.
Ghost looks at all of you and then looks at Sapling and kind of raises that eyebrow and goes,
It'll be in my report.
And then as you all clear out of the way, where are you going? Are you just staying to the side?
I'm watching.
What are you?
I'm looking to see if they're giving me any direction on where to go.
Yeah.
As he kind of stands there, he says, all of you behind, go through the door into decontamination, and we'll talk in just a minute. So there's actually a door. They call
Gruff
it decontamination.
immediately starts walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right behind him.
You know it's a
starts-
secure passage
I
as
also-
well. So
I also look at 42. I also look at 42 and say, looks like you're going to get wet fur again.
It hasn't dried yet.
Let's look at the smelly out.
Imp just starts unbuttoning his suit going, I hate decontamination.
As you walk in as you start to enter in there, Ghost says, Vlad, come on out.
I poke my head outside the door just to see what's going on, making sure that they're not aiming at me.
No one actually has their rifles raised. They're at parade rest, basically, or low ready more. So it's down, it's low ready. Ghost actually does not even have his pistol out or his Webley out, although he is holding his cane, very much so. And he looks at you. He says, "Come on out."
I slowly start kind of walking out, and I go, what? Did I do something wrong?
He looks at you and he says, "Can you change back?"
I haven't tried.
Try.
I try.
Go ahead and make a judgment roll.
$33.
Okay. You can't change back.
I
looks at you, he says,
look up at him and go, well, I guess it didn't work.
That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to have you in. I need to have a meeting with you, and I'll have a meeting with your team, and then I'll have a meeting with all of you. Go with Jones and Smith over there, and he points at two of the guards, two of the agents, and you recognize them. They are actually part of the reaction security team here at Sanctuary. So they are literally the heavy hitters that are called out if Sanctuary is attacked. Just go with them. They're going to take you to it's one of the holding rooms. I'll be in there and chat with you in a little bit. I need to talk to some of your teammates first. So,
all right.
You're not in trouble yet.
Oh gosh, I don't know what's worse, the fact that you said yet or the fact that I'm not in trouble. Because I feel like I should be, and I don't know why.
We just have to sort some things out because apparently things have changed for you. So we will. I will talk to you here in a little bit once I know a little bit more. So, do you go willingly with the two security guards?
I will do what is deemed necessary at this moment. So I walk willingly over to Jones and Smith.
Okay, they kind of motion and they do. As they lead you to one of the holding rooms, they're not like marching you there. They're also not wandering, and you notice because you're very aware at this point, one of them is always behind you at any point in time. So they walk you and kind of motion in one of the rooms, and one of the guys says, "Do you need anything? Can I get you anything? Do you need a refill? Do you need blood? Do you need something? Are you hungry right now?"
Can you get me like some sort of alive animal that's kind of like a small animal? Like a rabbit or something like that?
I'll see what we can do. Our instructions are to keep you in this room once you're here. I'm going to go find you something. Jones is going to sit outside the door. We're not going to lock it. Don't make me regret that. And he says, I'll see if I can go find something for you. I think we've got some food for just this kind of situation. So he wanders out, and it's one of the holding rooms. So it's a table, chairs, and that's it. So I'm going to leave you then. And so the rest of you, as you're into that secure, the decontamination room, it doesn't actually kick on they don't actually activate the sprayers and hose you down, which I'm sure you are all thankful for. After a few minutes, after a few seconds, Ghost actually opens up the door that leads back into the motor pool area and says, "All right, conference room, we need to talk." And he just kind of looks at all of you and says, "Let's go." So
I just look scared and follow along.
I start buttoning up my suit. I was fully expecting full decom. I was like, yes.
We all were like, yes, please.
It would have been enough anyway.
Okay, so he takes you to you go to one of the main conference rooms, and he says, "Have a seat." So what happened? And Sapling, he looks right at you.
Everything or just to Vlad?
Start with Vlad, but give me highlights. I'm sure I will read your report and it will be as comprehensive as usual. But I need to know what happened with Vlad specifically.
There was a fight with some stone, out of character again. It's been a while.
Angels.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep,
Thank you.
Stone Angels, yeah.
For our viewers, a lot has happened since we've recorded, so forgive me. Anyway, there were some animated stone angels that we ended up having to fight, and Vlad was very, very injured, and then he was trying to get the shrapnel out of himself, and he used a knife that Norbert had given him, and that seemed to be the final straw for him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you said, and he kind of looks around to all of you. So he looked like he pretty much died right there. Is that correct?
Yes.
I mean, I was right there with him. The color all went out of him. It was pretty bad.
And then he woke back up.
It took him
Yes,
about
sir.
30 seconds, but yeah, he popped back up after that.
Okay. Well, so here's what's going on. You have to understand this because you are his teammates. And you will have to help keep watch with him. Vlad, from the sounds of it, and we will be conducting further tests, and I'll be chatting with Vlad more, but from the sounds of it and from the look of it, Vlad is no longer a living vampire. He is now an undead vampire, which means he is far more powerful. And we've never had an undead vampire work for the OTA.
Do we have to switch his bunk out with a coffin or something?
No, he just has to really avoid. I mean, if he thought he got a bad sunburn, now it's worse. So, as I said, we've never been in this position. I need you to be aware and watch and see if he decides to, if he acts out of character, out of his normal character, and if he starts going against the agency or any of you, you will need to act.
But doesn't the Gesh prevent that all? Like, if you attack we're not supposed to be able to do that.
It should. As I said, we've not had an undead vampire working for the OTA. This is new territory for us. It is new territory. I know it's new territory for Vlad. So there's only one way that we can test if everything is as it was, and that is to have him go directly against the Gesh, which will either burn him out or force us to kill him. That's a lose-lose for all of us. So we don't want to do that. Most of forecasting believes the Gesh still holds.
Most.
Yeah,
Yes.
but in my experience, those oracle types, usually the one you want to listen to is that one right over there who's like, eh.
As I said, most. So, and
What
bothers me more is Norbert doesn't know. So,
How long has Norbert been here?
Norbert's been with the department far longer than I have.
Well then,
what kind of protocol should we be following or issued for this type of event? Is there one?
No, there's not one currently. There will be one soon. That's currently being workshopped.
And are we going to have ways to, like, equipment to allow us to react to this?
Well, anything that you have been issued or might be issued, probably will do the job anyways because of what you're facing. And
I
I will
like my
consider
banishment bullets.
the banishment bullets would certainly do it. But again, and this is where we walk a fine line, because if you act preemptively, and the gash does still control him, well,
We'll
you'll
be
burn
burned
yourself
out.
out.
We're walking a real fine line here, apparently.
Yes, you are.
Hmm.
We all are at this point, and it's not a comfortable place. But then again, we're kind of used to that with what we do. Well, I'm used to that with what we do. I realize that you are not used to this.
I mean, it's kind of like rappelling. You got to just trust the tiny line that's supposed to hold you.
That's thinking we're not used to combat.
Like you're pretty much hanging by a thread at this point. You're right.
Well,
so all of that being said, did you solve the case? Is there more to do?
About half.
A third.
Yeah,
Third.
There's still a lot more to do.
Okay.
Travel north.
Okay.
so we got to head north. There's some clues that thus far seem to have pointed us to Mackinac Island.
Oh, Mackinac, yeah. Okay. We'll get transport for you up there. We'll figure that out. That's not a problem. Well, in that case, if you've got to go, get kitted out. I will make sure I have to go meet with Vlad. He will likely be joining you on that trip. I hope he will be joining you on that trip. And from there, well, he'll have to get kitted out as well. But if you need any special equipment or if you need to turn anything in, see the Sarge or see Norbert. Let them know. Requisition what you can. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of folks. We still don't have any real backup for you. So we're still, you're still it, whether you like it or not. So do you have any other questions for me right now?
Can we have a day?
I don't know. Can you have a day? The last time we talked, the last report I got, you seem to be under the impression that things were moving rapidly.
Well, they don't have this, and I pulled the emerald thing out and put it on the table.
It does still seem pretty
Not
dramatic. Seems
one of those.
I think we may have a little bit of time.
Here's the problem, Imp. They just have to catch up with us. That's all they have to do. They don't
Yeah,
have
but
it, but
Did you see?
You did say that they released. They summoned Radathrop or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay. We've not seen any signs of that, but if they're doing summoning and sacrificing, from what I saw from your reports, yeah, that's usually a sign of things speeding up and not slowing down. So
We really don't have much time.
I
Well,
wonder if my algorithm's found anything yet.
I have to check on that. But if there's anything else you need, I'm going to let you go. I do need to go chat with Vlad, and I will let you know.
all right. We'll put a fresh pot on then.
It's a good idea. And I'm sure he will meet you. Well, send him a text of wherever you are meeting for your prior to departure. So, and with that, Ghost turns and walks out of the room. So,
Well, that went
what are you guys
better.
doing?
That went better than I expected.
Yeah. I think we can't go around.
debrief because
Yeah.
Seems we're in as bad of a place as we already were.
yeah.
So, am I the only one who thinks that we should probably no longer go around as most of us unarmed?
I mean,
I wasn't unarmed.
I mean,
I- I'm always
Right.
armed.
I have 2 arms.
feel
Oh, so
like
just me?
Might want to get a third for backup.
I feel like we need to get a few more things. Let's all go back to one of the
And
conference
changed.
rooms. One of the conference rooms. Let's get changed. Yeah, no,
Shower.
actually,
Shower.
everybody
Shower.
hit the showers, change. I'm gonna go put on a pot of Sapling's coffee in our little conference area. Let's go ahead. We'll meet up back there in like 30, 40 minutes and let's get going.
I think
Good,
42.
because I'm
Yeah,
for,
I'll meet
for
you
the
in 3
shower.
hours.
Apparently WD is gonna take 3 hours.
Okay, whatever. I
Yeah.
got
A lot of blow
in
dry.
order to shower and change. I got to head home. So
No, there's
There's
facilities
you
here,
have
dude.
clothes here, don't you?
Yeah, you should have a room.
You would
I mean, you have like a
you
go
would
bag
have
at
like
least.
you would have a go bag or a backup bag, and you would be able to procure, if nothing else, like a jumpsuit or whatever for
Look,
fatigue.
besides-
We can
You don't
we
know
can take it.
if we got contaminated with anything or not. You don't want to take that home.
Yeah, and I was
Okay.
gonna say we can take a few hours and kind of recollect ourselves after this, and
You should probably call Honey and the kids and let them know you're okay.
yeah, if
but,
you
like,
want, if you
yeah.
want to go home and hug your wife and kiss your kids, completely understand.
Shower before you do it.
Definitely.
shower before you do it.
okay,
So
You smell like a church basement.
So I'm going to go back to Vlad now. So Vlad, you are sitting not long after the guy leaves. He actually brings you a small animal, and for the sensibilities of our audience, we will not describe what you do to it, other than the fact that it's nasty. Give me a judgment roll.
Ooh. Double explosion going up.
Wow.
Wow, you needed that.
You needed it.
70 on the roll total.
Nice. So you're gonna get hang on a second, I'm trying to figure it out.
Is it the same thing on the?
No, not quite. So you're gonna get a total of 28 plus 10, so 38 soul pool points back. You really needed that.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
You're feeling much better. I was gonna say more human, but that's long past. So as you're finishing up your snack, your fast food,
That's one way to word it, I guess.
Ghost walks in. And he sits and he says, "So I see you've eaten. Are you feeling better?"
I look at my hands and I go, sorry about that, and I grab a napkin that's sitting there.
It's not going to do much good, let's face it. By the way, you feel pinpricks of pain as your face kind of breaks out because you're allergic to blood on your skin.
Yeah.
Anyways, but he looks at you and says, "So are you feeling better?"
Well, than I was an hour ago.
That's good. Can you try to change back again?
Well, certainly I can try.
Okay.
That's a 29 judgment roll.
No. Okay. So I'm guessing no good on the try.
Sorry, boss.
I was afraid of that. So here's the thing. You're no longer a living vampire.
Wait, there's multiple stages to being a vampire? I thought there was
Yes.
just the one.
No. You know, for a vamp who's lived as long as you have, you really don't know anything about vampires.
Well, I've lived by myself for 100 years. I haven't been in a vampire culture. I haven't studied on this stuff.
To be fair, you've also worked for us for a while. So how have you not done any research while you're working with us? Seriously.
Cleaning. I haven't needed it.
Okay. So yes, there are multiple stages. You have transitioned from living to undead. From what I understand, don't go out in the sun, because where you got a bad sunburn before, you're going to roasty toasty now.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm sure there are other things that have changed in you, but one of the downsides to being undead, well, frankly, you can never get out of your monster. So you're going to have to try to maintain control of your monster the entire time. Okay.
I can try the best of my abilities.
I would hope so. You are still a special agent. You are now officially the first undead vampire special agent for the OTA. That comes with some interesting challenges to us as a department as well. Like we're not sure you're still under control of the Gesh. The only way to test that. Writing? The only way to test that is if you were to do something that would directly contradict the Gesh. If you're still under control of the Gesh, you'd burn out. If you're not under control of the Gesh, we kill you.
Lose-lose.
Very much so. You've been around a long time, so you understand that is very much a lose-lose.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen us and what we do, so you know that we would be able to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that. Your team does not want to do that, and they want to keep you on their team. So as of right now, you are still on the team, doing what you do. Don't make me regret this choice. And you feel you're not afraid often, but the tone in his voice, you feel it at that point. There's a command tone there that you've never even heard from him, actually.
New level of ghost unlocked.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's the scary side of Ghost unlocked.
I mean, I've always felt a little fear around him just because vampire hunter and vampire. Yeah. But this is a new level.
This is the new scary level, yes. So he looks at you and says, all right, control yourself. That's your best bet at this point. And, let's move on. Do you have any... Well, the reality is you died there. And yes, vampires can die and be killed. There is a stage beyond where you're at. You don't get there by dying again. You get there by doing stuff that will cause you to break the Gesh. So don't do that.
All right.
And we won't have any problems. Like I said, don't make me regret doing this. So, do you have any questions at this point, or anything you need to tell me?
Aside from, I'll try my best to keep myself under control, and should things go south, I apologize in advance.
Okay.
But I'll try my best to prevent things from going that way.
Let's hope that we can all work to prevent stuff from going south. Okay. You've been a very
Although I'm
member.
sure once I go visit Norbert, I'll probably be killed again, but that's a different story.
He kind of looks at you. Why? What'd you? Oh. Did you screw up something he gave you?
I pull out one of the daggers and I unsheath it, and I show
dear
it to
God,
him.
What'd you do to that?
Well, I'm sure Sapling told you about the animated angels.
Yeah.
Well, I first struck him with my claws, and that hurt. My guess is probably wholly affiliated of some kind.
Probably.
So my next option was to use the daggers not to hurt myself.
Yeah, Norbert's not gonna like you. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Well, have fun dealing with Norbert. Yeah.
I sheathe the dagger and I put it back in my coat pocket.
All right. Go catch up to your team. I'm sure they were getting cleaned up, and I know that they were preparing to kit out, because apparently you guys have to go north to Mackinac. So, well, with that, go catch up to your team. And he stands up and turns around, and as he walks out, he kind of motions for the two security guys that were standing outside the door, and they walk away, actually in the opposite direction down the hall. So there.
I kind of sit there for a second, just kind of regathering my thoughts after that moment of ghost intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get up and I head down to the warehouse.
Okay. Trying to figure out timing. Neuro, how fast were you going to go shower and stuff before you left the property?
Yeah. I decided to actually, because like you said, there would be a backup room for me or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd just go to my backup room and take care of stuff there, and then.
Okay. So as you're getting dressed into non-stinky clothes, fatigues probably at that point, you receive a text on your SSP. It just says "My office," and it's from Ghost.
Oh no!
Oh no! Aren't you excited to see him?
Is that when you get a text from Ghost saying "My office"? That's one thing you never want.
I get those texts all the time. I don't know what the problem is.
So, are you going right away?
Yeah.
Or?
That's probably the best option to do, is go and see him right away.
Like you have to make a judgment roll not to go see him right away.
Trust me,
I'm
it
not
goes
gonna-
so much better if you put it off for a week or two.
So
do you pray first?
I no, actually, I text the wife say that everything is going well, don't worry about me, everything's going great. I can't say much, but
so
but then I go to see Ghost.
As you get there, he's you're sent past the assistant, they recognize you, and he's waiting for you. And you go into his office. And he kind of looks at you and says, are you, well, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks at you. Are you sitting or are you standing or what? How are you? You just walked into the operations director's office.
I will ask if I can have a seat.
He looks at you. He says, this won't take that long.
Okay, then I'll stay standing.
He picks up a case. You look at it, it's a pistol case. He picks up a pistol case and he puts it on the table. He says, this is on loan from me.
Okay, what is it?
Open it.
I open it.
Okay. You recognize it right away. It's a well-worn, well-blued Webley revolver in an old leather holster. It's Ghost's personal gun.
I stand there in shock because knowing what it is and what it does.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, are you sure, sir?
As I said, it's on loan. It's on loan from me to you.
I will do my best to take good care of it.
I would appreciate that. I believe Norbert will have some ammunition for you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
He says, dismissed. Go see your family. That's literally, and you're at that point, you're like, how the heck do you know I was going to see my family?
No, at this point, knowing as much as I do about ghosts, I'm like, I don't question it.
That's probably wise.
I'd say I think at this point it's deep shock.
It's more like I'm still focused on the gun that he just gave me.
Yep. All right. So you're going to go see your family. Everybody else is getting cleaned up and probably food and that sort of thing.
Oh, check.
Gruff is currently.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Before you go, do me a favor and like and comment down below. It really helps us out in the algorithms. Also, before you go, if you have not subscribed to us yet, smash that subscribe button over there. And I probably have another video waiting for you to hit and watch right there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. You guys are awesome. This is the One Like a GM. Happy hunting.